Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to calculate tax on a profit that is not inclusive of depreciation. Okay, so here I am getting what? I am getting 400 rupees tax benefit because of deducting depreciation. So that was my concept, deduct depreciation. Okay, tax cannot be calculated, so tax cannot, will not say tax cannot, will say tax should not be calculated on an amount inclusive of depreciation. Tax should not be calculated on an amount inclusive of depreciation. So deduct depreciation, calculate tax, and then add back depreciation. Okay, that is how you will get CFT. But guys, now pay attention. Huh? This CFT you have to calculate every year. Then you will get 5 years CFT. Once you get 5 years CFT, these CFTs you will put it over here. These CFTs you will put it over here. Then from CFT you will multiply discounting factor. You will get what? You will get PV of cash flow, and from PV of cash flow you will calculate cumulative, and then you will calculate your discounted payback period. Okay, see if this is understood. Okay, write this down if you want. Write this down along with the concept. Write this down along with the concept. Guys, I don't understand Malayalam, so I'm not understanding what you have written. What is that? Nalla Mazakkarundu. What does it mean? Okay, no issues, no problem. Write this down. So the question is, how do we estimate future year cash flows? So that will depend upon inflation. Okay, so Nitin, we already know current year sales, right? We already know current year sales. So if we know the inflation in India, can I not say year one sales I can know? Okay, year two sales I can know, year three sales I can know. So with the help of inflation, we can estimate future year cash flows. Yes, Bishir, ask your doubt. Okay, okay. So now let us take an example. Let us take a simple example first, and then I'll jump to directly AFM level question. Huh? Okay, let us take a simple example. So sales are, the sales are 4 million, 5 million, and 6 million. So year 1, 2, 3. Year 1, 2, 3. Sales are 4 million, 5 million, and 6 million. Okay. Variable cost is 20% of sales. 20% of sales. And fixed cost is what? Fixed cost is, let us take fixed cost to be 200,000. Fixed cost to be 200,000 per annum. 200,000 per annum. Okay. Initial investment was $1 million. Initial investment, we can take initial investment as, let us say, $2.4 million. Initial investment is $2.4 million. Okay. Depreciation is 10% straight line method. Depreciation is 10% straight line method, and company is going to ignore salvage value for the current project. for the current project, because the machine can be used for other projects as well. Okay, machine can be used for other projects as well. So company is going to ignore the salvage value for the current project. Okay, tax rate is 30%. Tax rate is 30%. There is no interest since entire project is equity financed. Entire project is equity financed. Okay, if everything is equity financed, there will be no debenture, so there will be no interest. Okay, WACC, weighted average cost of capital. WACC is equal to 10%. WACC is 10%. Calculate cash flows after tax, and also calculate discounted payback period. Discounted payback period. Okay, let us do this sum then. So I'll take a pic and share it on your WhatsApp group. Try doing it. Try calculating CFD for all 3 years. Depreciation, why will we calculate depreciation on fixed cost? Initial investment was $2.4 million, right? So depreciation will be calculated on initial investment, machinery cost. Okay, so sales is what? Sales is 4 million. So let us write this in millions. 4 million is 5 million, and sales is, here it is 6 million. Okay, variable cost is what? Variable cost is 20% of sales. So I can say 4 million into 20%, 20%, correct? 5 million into 20% and 6 million into 20%. Okay, so that will give me what? That will give me contribution. So contribution will be what? Contribution will be sales minus variable cost. That gives me contribution for all 3 years. Contribution for all 3 years. Okay, now what was my fixed cost? See the problem I sent you on the group. Fixed cost was 200,000 per annum. Okay, so fixed cost is 200,000 per annum. So it will remain fixed. Fixed cost will remain fixed. Correct. Fixed cost will remain fixed. So that will give me what? That will give me profit before depreciation, interest and tax. So that will be contribution minus fixed cost. That will give me PBDIT. Contribution minus fixed cost will give me PBDIT. Done. From PBDIT, what I'll deduct? I'll deduct depreciation. How much is depreciation? Depreciation is $2.4 million into 10% straight line method. Okay, so that will be 2.4 million into 10%. So how much that comes to? 240,000. Correct? And it is straight line method. So each year it will remain $240,000. Okay, so that will give me what? That will give me PBDIT minus depreciation will give me PBIT. So PBIT will be 3 million minus 240,000. So that's my PBIT. There is no interest. So interest is zero. Interest is zero. Interest is zero. So that will give me PBT. PBT will remain same. 2,76,000 will be my PBT. So PBIT itself will become my PBT. PBIT itself will become my PBT. There is no interest. So PBIT itself will become my PBT. Okay. Next. So after PBT, what I'll do? After PBT minus PBT, from PBT, I'll calculate tax at the rate of 30%. So tax at 30%. So it will be 2,76,000 into 30%. Okay. So that will give me PAT. So how much is my PAT? PAT will be PBT minus tax. PBT minus tax. This will give me my PAT. In PAT, what I'll do? I'll add back depreciation. So how much was depreciation? 2,40,000 was my depreciation. So I'll add that back. So I'll get what? I'll get my CFATs. So CFAT will be PAT, add back depreciation. Amal, check your answer. You are not added back depreciation. So CFAT will be PAT, add back depreciation. Shilpa, have you understood why we are directly calculating PBT? Okay. So now I have got what? These are what? Cash flows are nothing but CFDs are nothing but what? These are my cash flows of future. These are my cash flows of the future. Okay. So I have calculated my CFT. So from CFT, what I'll do now? I'll calculate my discounted payback period. Okay. Initial investment was 2.4 million. Huh? Just remember that. So now let us calculate my discounted payback. So discounted payback period. See if everyone has understood CFT calculation. If there is any doubt, you can ask me. I can explain it once again. If there is any doubt, how did we calculate CFT? You can ask me. I can explain it once again. No problem. The problem I have sent it on the group. Let us proceed then till CFT everything is done. Okay. So discounted payback will be what? It will be my year. Sorry. It will be my year cash flow. Cash flow means what? Cash flow here means our CFAT, correct? Cash flow here means our CFAT. Okay, but I don't want cash flow, I want present value of cash flow. So into discounting factor, discounting factor at what rate? At 10%. Discounting factor at 10%. So I'll get what? I'll get PV of cash flow, and once I get PV of cash flow, I'll calculate cumulative of that value. Once I get PV of cash flow, I'll calculate PV of cumulative of that value. So how many years? 3 years. Year 1, 2 and 3. What is my cash flow after tax? Correct, these are my cash flows after tax. So I picked up CFDs from here, I picked up the CFDs from here, and I put it over here. Cash flow after tax. Discounting factor at 10%. Look in your discounting table that I've sent on the group. So 0.909, 0.826 and 0.751. So PV will be this amount into this amount, this amount into this amount, and cumulative will be what? Cumulative will be 1.97 million. This will be 1.97 million plus 2.25 million, and this will be plus. So how much I wanted to recover? I wanted to recover, initial investment was what? 2.4 million. Correct, initial investment recovery was 2.4 million. So I wanted to recover 2.4 million. Okay, so where will my 2.4 million be recovered? Between year 1 and 2. It will be recovered between year 1 and 2. So that will be what? That will be year 1 plus again the same unrecovered amount divided by, don't take cash flow now because we are into discounted cash flow. So PV of cash flow of next year. So that will be 1 year plus till end of year 1. We have recovered how much? We have recovered 197, this amount. Okay, so unrecovered amount will be what? 2.4 million minus 197. That will be my unrecovered amount. Correct, and divided by PV of cash flow of next year. So divided by this amount. Just check if you understood. So unrecovered amount will be 2.4 million minus 1.97 million. So it is 0.18. So my discounted payback will be what? Will be 1.18 years. Discounted payback will be 1.18 years. Don't give it in months, okay? Don't give it in months, because then you will have to give in months and days also. So discounted payback is 1.18 years is sufficient. Because it will be 1 year, 2 months, 2.16 months, right? It will be 1 year and 2.16 months. See if everyone has understood this question. Okay. So now I'll send you one more problem. I'll send you guys one more problem. Try doing that. So this will be like your exam level question. Not a 50 marks question. This is not a 50 marks question. This is your normal exam level question. I sent the question on the group. Do this question. Okay, let us see if you can do it. So Nancy PLC is contemplating the purchase of a machine for $200,000, which can produce 20 units at 100% capacity. But the company will be running the machine only at the following capacities in the 4 years: 50%, 75%, 90%, and 100%. Okay. So at 100%, your production units is 20,000. Huh? So my actual working is not at 100%. It is at different capacities: 50, 75, 90, and 100. Selling price per unit is $25 and variable cost is $5. Fixed cost is $30,000. Machine is depreciated at 25% per annum at SLM. If you depreciate at 25% into 4 years, there is no salvage value. Okay. Tax rate is 70%. So tax rate is 30%, not 70%. Change that. Tax rate is 30%. 70% will be too high. So tax rate is 30%. Everyone make that change. There was no borrowing cost, hence no interest. Cost of capital is 10%. Company can accept the project if discounted payback period is less than 3.12 years. Calculate payback period for the above project and suggest the company whether it should purchase the machine or not. So calculate CFT and calculate discounted payback. Let us see if we can do it. Okay, let us see then. I'll drop an Excel meanwhile. Okay. So production units, I need my production units each year, correct? Then particulars, year 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 years data I need. 4 years data I need. So sales minus variable cost, therefore contribution, correct, minus fixed cost, therefore PBDIT, minus depreciation, therefore PBIT, but PBIT itself will become my PBT as there is no interest, correct? There is no interest, PBIT itself will become my PBT. Okay, or I'll just write differently, PBIT less interest, therefore PBT, less tax, therefore PAT, and after PAT add back depreciation, therefore CFAT. Okay, let us start then. Let us start. So first thing, what is my production units? Production units would have been 20,000 at 100% capacity. So at 100% capacity it is 20,000, but my machine is running at what? 50, 75, 90 and 100. Okay, so my production units will be what? 20,000 into 50%, correct? Second year it will be 20,000 into 75%. Okay, third year it will be 20,000 into 90%, and fourth year it will be 20,000 into 100%, that is 20,000. Okay, correct. So 10, 15, 18 and 20. So these are my production units. Okay, now sales, how much is the sales given per unit? It is given per unit. Okay, selling price is 25 per unit, variable cost is 5 per unit. So now guys pay attention. Huh? Can I say 25 per unit, 25 per unit, 25 per unit? So variable cost is what? Variable cost is 5 per unit. So can I say contribution is 20 per unit? I can say contribution is 20 per unit, and you can directly multiply contribution by number of units. So this will be what? 10,000 into 20, 15,000 into 20, 18,000 into 20, and 20,000 into 20. So instead of doing 10,000 into 25, then again 15,000 into 25, then again same for variable cost, what I did, I directly calculated contribution per unit. So 25 minus 5, so contribution per unit is what? 20 per unit, and per unit into number of units, I'll get contribution per annum. See if this is clear. Okay, next, from contribution what I'll deduct? Fixed cost is 30,000 per annum, so 30,000 per annum. So PBDIT will be what? 20 minus 30, sorry, 200 minus 30. See if you have got, see if you all of you have got PBDIT. Okay, now depreciation. How much is the depreciation? Machine is depreciated at 25%, and what is the machine cost? It is given in the first line. Machine cost is 200,000. So 200,000 into 25%. 50,000 per annum. So into 4 years, machine will be completely depreciated. So no salvage value. Okay. So PBIT will be what? 1,70,000 minus 50. There is no interest. Interest is 0. So PBT will be same. PBT will be same. How much is the tax? Tax is at 30%. We have changed. We are not taking tax at 70%. Tax is at 30%. So it will be 1,20,000 into 30%. So PAT will be what? PAT will be PBT minus tax. Will give me PAT. PBT minus tax will give me PAT. And PAT add back depreciation. Depreciation you already had calculated. So PAT add back depreciation. You'll get your CFAT. Just check if you are getting the CFAT. Just check the answers. Check the answers, guys. Are you getting CFAT like this? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I can explain it once again, no problem. Yes, what happened? The group has gone completely silent. Are you getting these answers? Okay. So now from CFT we can calculate our discounted payback. So discounted payback year CFAT, but CFAT is the future value. So into discounting factor. So that will give me what? That will give me PV of cash flow and then cumulative. Then cumulative. Okay. So year 1, 2, 3, and 4. CFT we have now. CFT is 1,34,000, 2,04,000, 2,46,000, and 2,74,000. Discounting factor is at what rate? At 10%. Discounting factor is at 10%. You can do it on the Excel also. Equal to 1 divided by 1 plus R, that is 1.1 raised to n raised to 1, and if you drag it, you'll get for all 4 years. So PV will be cash flow into discounting factor. So PV of cash flow. Question only requires payback period, is it? You just calculate the discounted payback, okay? Because the question says company can accept the project if discounted payback period is less than 3.12. Okay. 3.12 discounted payback is 3.12. So we here also payback means we are assuming discounted payback, okay? And see, whenever cost of capital is given, guys, if the cost of capital is given and they are talking about accepting the project if discounted payback is less than 3.12, so here also we are going to calculate discounted payback. Okay, so cumulative will be this amount. So with this plus this amount. Okay, so how much I wanted to recover? I wanted to recover $200,000. Correct. I wanted to recover $200,000. This is the amount I want to recover. So my $200,000 will be recovered between what? Between year 1 and year 2. It will be recovered between year 1 and year 2. Okay, so that will be what? That will be 1 year plus 1 year plus unrecovered amount divided by PV of cash flow of next year. So that will be 1 year plus 1 plus how much we wanted to recover? We wanted to recover 200,000. Okay, how much we have already recovered? 121 we have already recovered. Correct. And into divided by PV of cash flow of next year, that is 0.46. So my discounted payback is what? Is 1.46 years. Discounted payback is 1.46 years. That is 1.46 years. Okay. Now, what is the question asked? Company can accept the project if discounted payback period is less than 3.12 years. So our discounting payback is less than that period. So we are recovering earlier than expected. Okay. So the standard payback, required payback was 3.12 years. Okay. But our company is recovering within 1.46 years itself. Correct. So what will happen? Company should accept the project company should accept the project and purchase the machine. So company should accept the project and purchase the machine. Okay. See if you understood. Okay, so do you guys, will you guys do a homework? Should I give a homework for discounted payback? Will you guys try it? I'll give a different sum, not the similar, not similar sum with same adjustments. I'll give a little bit different sum. Only one person is saying yes. Okay, good, good. So I'll give a little bit different sum. Okay, think about it. Think about it and solve it, and let's check the answers tomorrow. Okay. So enough for the day. Enough for the day. So guys, this is only the start of your AFM. Guys, this is only the start of AFM. Like I explained before. Okay. Your payback period and discounted payback period are your basic methods. Then we'll move on and we'll do maculous duration and modified duration. It is there in your college syllabus also. So for your college exams also, these all are there. Okay. So we have just started with the basics of AFM. Okay. So this is the question that you guys will be doing. So what I'll do, I'll take a screenshot and I'll send it to you on your WhatsApp group. Okay. So see you tomorrow at 3:30. At least try this sum, try doing this sum. I know you guys can do it. You guys will be able to do it. Okay. Okay. Bye bye.